The shut-ins living in their Unabomber-style shacks would like to hear this story, so I was going to open the forum and let you talk about this, but instead you just want to bash the invalids.
Oh. Okay, here's the story. You know, I got excited, man. I was 10 years old, and the Ghetto Amusement Park, which was called Boyle's Joyland.
What? Time out. One more time, what was that called?
Boyle's Joyland. What?
Just continue. There's sometimes when there's no joke to add.
Anyway, I was at Joyland, and because they said appearing Sunday, He-Man, Skeletor, and Man-at-Arms. So I was like, shit. I'm like, Man-at-Arms, is he going to be there too?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I get there, and there's He-Man, who's just some 17-year-old stoner kid wearing a plastic Conan vest that they probably picked up at the dollar store. Skeletor was there. Want to care what he was wearing?
I'm going to guess. I am going to go out on a limb and guess he was wearing a Halloween outfit of Skeletor with like a plastic smock that had Skeletor's face on it.
Didn't even have that. He was wearing a black tank top, black jeans, and a skeleton mask with like some kind of cape.
I like the fact that he was wearing black jeans. That'd been a good look for Skeletor. I'm thinking.
It was. Man-at-Arms was there too.
I can only imagine.
He was wearing an Aquaman mask. with face paint and some kind of green outfit and wristbands. Very, very disappointing.
God above is my witness. I'm going to reply to each and every one of you that wanted to hear this story. I'm just going to send you a virus. You're just forewarned.
Hey, no, check this out. I even got pictures of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I got pictures, and I still have the autograph. They were somehow, some way, even though these were fake frauds, Masters of the Universe characters, a total fraud of an appearance. Skeletor was chasing me, by the way, chasing me around the merry-go-round. I still do have the autographed coloring book they handed out and distributed, official He-Man coloring book, and the pictures. One day I need to get in contact with Matt and do a review of He-Man at the Ghetto Amusement Park.
I'm actually shocked those pictures are not on your MySpace page.
I'm shocked too.
The time that me and my sister and my mother and father, we went to the Ghetto Amusement Park to see Ghetto He-Man and Ghetto.
I love this story.
No, but here's this part I didn't tell.
You kind of have to. You have to. We have, maybe out of the dozen listeners, half of them may be new. You need to retell the story. I don't care if it's something that people have heard before. It needs to be, I've heard it before. I probably heard it a dozen times before. I don't care. I want to hear it again.
Well, what I was about ready to tell is unrelated to this, but there's a Ghetto Amusement Park on the shitty side of town, and they announced that during one certain weekend that He-Man, Skeletor, and Man-at-Arms are going to be appearing.
Yeah, and they lived up to the name, didn't they? It was truly, it was like the cartoon come to life, I would think.
Right, He-Man was some pimply-faced stoner who was wearing a white T-shirt and some kind of imitation Conan armor that was purchased at Walmart. Skeletor just had a skull mask, and some cheap rubber skeleton mask.
I thought for sure, I swear, when you're telling me this, I just keep thinking you're going to say he had the skeleton mask on, and then he had a plastic smock that had Skeletor's face.
Yes.
It was worse. He had some kind of I swear to God, he had leopard print pants.
That is awesome.
And then there was Man-at-Arms, who was basically wearing some green shirt and an Aquaman mask with face paint.
I've never wanted Doc Brown's DeLorean worse than I do right now.
Now I'm going to have to go to the forum and post pictures of this again.
You must repost those pictures.
Ghetto Amusement Park, He-Man, Skeletor, and Man-at-Arms. But no, anyway, yeah, my sister almost died that day, though, because these rides were so ghetto. They didn't have safety seats and proper things up to standards. So, there was, this bullet ride, which, went up in the air and rotated. Well, my sister, fell out.
Oh, no! Hold on, wait a minute. Whoa. One more time. I want you to tell me what happened there, okay? So you're up there with your sister, and then what happened?
No, my sister was up with my dad. She falls out of the seat.
Moment of silence for Brianna Braxton. I never heard this part of the story.
She didn't die. She just...
I'm sorry. I'll turn that off then.
She just flopped out of the seat, and my dad had to grab it and hold of her as they were rotating 100 feet in the air.
Wow. They don't make amusement parks. My mom always tells that story, too. Not about your sister, but she always claims that when I was real small, like R.D. Jr.'s age, they took me on this ride. There was a sky ride. This is the way she explains it to me, okay? I wanted to ride with her. Because apparently back then I was a mama's boy, okay? So I wanted to ride with her.
Yeah.
And instead, my brother rode with her, and I rode with my dad, and I was, screaming for her. And my dad was doing what your dad, holding on for dear life. The way she tells the story is this. It was a sky ride, okay? Mm-hmm. But it was basically a chair with no seatbelt and no safety bar. Just like a bike. The way she tells it, and it gets worse every time she tells the story. Next time, I'm convinced we'll be sitting on a banana bicycle seat, hanging 200 feet in the air. I'm glad they don't make amusement park. The amusement, R.D. Jr. there was no concern he was going to fall out of one of the rides.
That's good. Yeah, because see, that's the thing. My dad was a big man, and the what would you say, the bar, the safety bar, it went on his gut, but it didn't even touch my sister. So of course, when they went through the first loop in the air, she flopped out.
There she goes. You're very lucky we would be playing this music.
Shit. The saddest thing in the whole day was me and not being able to see the real Skeletor.
No Skeletor.
No Skeletor.